I'm the only female in college. I'm one of the top in my class. So my tutor just kind of got onto a housing association who needed an apprentice, and they hooked me up with this.
On most of their projects, don't have a policy of employing trainees and apprentices through various organisations like Notting Hill Housing Trust. This is where Simone Austin's like on site for her training as an apprentice.
The reality of it is, when she initially came onto the site, she was fairly intimidated because of her lack of knowledge.
It was a matter of not wanting to come in and be a burden. So it wasn't the fact that I was intimidated, because if I was intimidated I wouldn't be here in the first place. But it was just a simple fact that I didn't want to stop anybody from doing their job. Nigel, Kenny, all the boys, Lee, Craig, when I first got here, the first people that were here, you know, they really warmed me in, so I had no kind of apprehension and I wasn't anxious to come back the next day. I was like, okay, this is cool, I can do this. Everybody's okay. I'm just a hands-on person. Office is for me. I'm creative. It's very self-gratifying. You can step back after a day and look at something that you've built and you can say that you've achieved something. And the money's very good. Money was definitely a consideration. Because you make good money. I don't know any other female bricklayers. Cassie's the first one that I've met. Yeah, it's inspirational to work with Cassie because she's been doing it for a long time. So, something to look up to.
This is the first time I've met a lady bricklayer, to be honest with you, but it's quite surprised me actually. Yeah, thumbs up.
When you find a woman painter, decorator, carpenter, plumber, you ask them what they think about the job and they adore it. They're in love with it, like I'm in love with this. Not all bricklayers are loud and obnoxious. They're quite mellow, calm gentlemen.
People think that was just like wolf whistle.
It's true, but a lot of them, they're real gentlemen. Real gentlemen.
That's the second time I've met Kat. I met her on another job a few months ago. But regarding the female bricklayers, way back to 1972, I was actually working with 6 bricklayers up in London. So I think it's great to see them in the industry, you know, and it'd be nice to see there's a few more of them, you know. And it's not only is good exercise, but you're also getting paid for it, which I think is great. It's better than going down to the gym. What do you reckon, Kat?
With the gym?
Yeah, well, I mean, getting exercise.
It's better than the gym, absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean,
so it's great. You're out in the sunshine. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and
I think there should be more women in the industry. I think it's great.
And
great to see
you
them.
work with gentlemen.
So there you go.
I started as a labourer, and then they said, would I like to try for the apprenticeship? And I applied for the apprenticeship with the city council, and out of I think 300 people, I got the final pick. They chose me. Yeah. We learned every aspect of building, from manhole construction right to the roof and chimneys. So it covered all those areas, and it was very good because we got up to the advanced craft level, the old City and Guilds training system. And you left there with a world of knowledge. And then I came to London. I figured I couldn't call myself a bricklayer unless I'd actually come on an actual building site and built a house, you know, just like the men. Block work, brickwork, thermite blocks, everything. I've got to actually say, yes, I am a brickie. So you've got to see how that muck moves. Good consistency. No, they're not 10, they're 10.
They are 10 newtons. That's what you have to use.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Seriously heavy.
If we had more women on the building site, it just calms the ego of the men. We become more respectful towards each other as men as well. Whereas without the women, it's just a site full of testosterone where there's no control. So what it does, it breaks down a lot of social barriers as well as race barriers, as well as sex barriers. We all welcome here, we all get the same pay. We all produce the same work at the same time as well. Any site with females on there is always a better site for men as well.
Yeah. Well done.
The actual people who are building the buildings now don't employ the bricklayers themselves. That would be a much better system, because then you'd have more apprentices coming through, you'd have a better wage, you'd have all that. If you brought back the old apprentice system where these main firms said, right, let's get a percentage of women in, let's encourage women to come into the industry, which is, it's hard, it's dirty, but the rewards are great at the end of the day. If you can do that, then at the end of the day, you start someone off on a training salary, a fair training salary, where they can at least pay their rent and their bills and they're not in debt, and then take them all the way up to the top levels of their profession, you'll see more women come into it, won't you? These are really heavy blocks, and yet someone as tiny as myself can learn quite easily. I used to box in a proper gym with the boys to keep fit. Oh, it's great. You're walking out late at night, you feel confident. You know, you're not going to make trouble, but you feel relaxed and you know, quite chilled out, yeah. All about technique as well. Don't pick up what you can't handle. Don't try and over-exert yourself. Stay relaxed, stay cool. Let's hope this last one gets in. Good. Cheers, Adam. At the end of the day, boxing workout, you feel fulfilled and satisfied. You look at a building site, you look at the work you've done that day, the construction work you've done, the skill you've put in, the skill level you've put in, and it's mesmerising, isn't it? It's self-satisfying. It's just, there's no better feeling for me. I love the trial in my hand like a boxing glove on my fist. See you later, have a good weekend. Cheers.